All right, what do we got?
Joe, on Vicari's second punt return the other night, watching from the sideline, did you know right away that the ball, after being blocked, had hit an SC State player? Like, what was your view of seeing Vicari go for that ball?
No, I thought he overcame coaching right there. That's what I thought, But then, once talked to Colin, once I talked to Vicari, I knew it happened then. So it's we call it a no consequence rule. We scored a touchdown on it. I think it was 2010 in Dallas for about 98 yards, and it helped us win that game, and hopefully helped us win this game too. So it's good that the kids knew that. I thought, with Mazio having the ball out of bounds, knowing that rule, we call it situational masters, and both those guys were situational masters on those two plays.
How many times can you say you've coached a kid that's had 2 punt return touchdowns in a game now?
I don't know that I can, to be honest with you. Had some pretty good ones, in the past. Timmy Dwight, Alan Rossum, some guys that were pretty good, but I don't know that we had 2. I think we had 2 touchdowns in a game, but they weren't both on punt returns. So, it's a real credit to him, but the guys blocking for him are doing a great job too. Coach gave him a game ball afterwards, the whole group, and I'm real proud of them too. But the great thing about the first one was we missed a technique, and Vicari really made a heck of a move to get it started. That return really shouldn't have even gotten started, but he somehow got out of that and did a great job there. So hopefully we can keep it going on the right track.
You mentioned the blocking. I mean, Eric Rice on that first one, obliterated the punter on that play. Just how much does that fire you up when you see Vicari running and he's got like 6 or 7 guys lead blocking ahead of him?
Yeah, that's pretty good, obviously. We showed a play right before. We have a meeting on Friday night usually where we try to show them some positive plays going in. And, we had a play very similar to that they saw. So it was kind of cool that you saw the same. It was almost exactly the same play, except we didn't score on the play before, and they did score on that one. So it was good to see. But, we got a lot of room to keep improving. I know that going forward.
Yeah, Shane mentioned your Friday night meetings yesterday and called them very entertaining. What makes your Friday night meetings very entertaining?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I don't know. I didn't know it was entertaining, I guess. It's what we call a mindset meeting, and just trying to get our mind right for the game. That's about as far as I can tell you how that goes. But it's something that's a good tradition that I've done for a long time. Our guys, I think our guys enjoy it, and I also think they learn ball in that one, which is what you want.
Yeah, after the SC State game, I think Shane mentioned that you challenged that punt return unit to get a return for a touchdown in the first 3 games or 3 straight games. Just what have you seen from an execution standpoint in these last 2 games that makes you confident they can do it again on Saturday against Vanderbilt?
Well, I didn't say that we could get one on Vanderbilt, okay? I didn't say that. But I do say that, we got to just keep executing, like you said, getting the schemes right, making sure that our assignments are right, making sure that our fundamentals are great. This group that we're playing against this week is probably one of the top. They're one of the top teams in the SEC as far as special teams goes. They were way up there last year in all the statistical categories that count. And I also think they've got 2 big time returners in number 4 is the punt returner. He was 25 last year, and number 0 who housed one against Tennessee. So they're real formidable, that's for sure. And they got a good group. That head coach has done a good job of accentuating it and making it important to his guys. You can see that the way he plays. So it's going to be a good matchup.
Joe, have you seen any change in Vicari, how he carries himself after getting 3 touchdowns in 2 games?
If you know Vicari, he doesn't really change too much. He's happy-go-lucky, has a good time, and enjoys life, which is what you want. So, no, I don't think it's gone to his head or anything like that. He was out there today in practice and busting it and going from there. So I'm excited for the kid. Hopefully we can keep the thing going in the right direction and hopefully, keep making some plays.
I think you mentioned statistics that count. Are there some specific stats that count more than maybe some others in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's too many to talk about right now, but yes, I mean, like scoring touchdowns, that's pretty good, and they had some touchdowns last year. I think they had 2, one on kickoff return, one on punt return. So those are statistics that I pay attention to. A lot of times one of the biggest things that I think is a joke, they talk about gross punt. Nobody cares about gross punt. It's what the net is after that punt. You know, so I mean that's one that I pay attention to, and they had a good one of that too. So there's just a bunch of them, but they rank high in all those, I can tell you.
In your career, have you ever gone against a returner that seemed so dominant that you just didn't kick the ball to them?
You know, everyone says that. It's so hard to do because the one thing that nobody gets is that, you can just punt it out of bounds. That's what everyone says, right? But the problem with that is you have to protect for the punt too. You know, it's kind of like, you know, it's really pass protection when you get the punt protection, to be honest with you. And if your edges are getting creased, there's no way to punt it out of bounds, you know? So that's the problem with it. And most guys aren't able to just automatically turn it into, hey, I'm going to punt it out of bounds every time. Yeah, you can punt it out of bounds and get about 20 yards. So you're still getting the same effect. But, you know, it's harder than it seems, I can tell you that much. Have I ever played against guys like that? Yeah, Devin Hester. I mean, he was always scary. You know, I can go through a ton of them in the league, you know, but, those guys are definitely game changers, and hopefully we can, you know, take number 4 out of it this week for sure, because he's really special. Anything else? Cool. Thank you.